Hello and welcome to the Four Horsemen. My name is Paul, representing Diecast Graveyard. Myself, along with Andrew from Maple Leaf Customs, Tom from Spork Syndicate, and Skip from Crossroad Diecast Speed Shop make up the Four Horsemen. Well, it's National Redline Day, and we're sponsoring this event with the Diecast International Builders. Now, to see the links to their pages, please check it out in the description, and we'll have a link for those nice folks over there. Anyway, today is National Redline Day. It was this day back in 1968 that redlines were introduced to the public. So here I'm going to restore this Oldsmobile 442 Army staff car. Go ahead, grab your favorite adult beverage, sit back and relax, and enjoy today's restoration. Check out everybody else's build.
It's time to start the autopsy.
I've already drilled out the two posts on this car. Let's see what we got. Here's the body. Now, this definitely was an actual Army staff car. You can tell by the olive drab green underneath, and we're going to repaint it. We'll get those posts drilled out once we get the paint stripped off, and we got a few casting lines that we'll have to get rid of also. Here's the base. That's rusty and stuff, and the wheels definitely need to be replaced, but I got something in store for them. But that'll be cool. A lot of work to do on this. Here's the interior. And here's the windshield. Now, I would rather use the original windshield here, but it does have a crack in it. I'm going to use it temporarily because the one that I ordered did not come in yet. Here's the interior. That needs to be cleaned up. Let's continue.
Someone is being exhumed.
Here's the body. We're going to throw that in the citrus strip, or as I call it, the embalming fluid. We'll get that coated really well. Once we get it all coated, we'll pull it out and we'll set it on a flat surface. That way there we can keep an eye on it, and we can see if all the paint is bubbled off, and we can get right to work on this thing. But it's going to take probably about 20 or 30 minutes at least. Now, I do normally like to let this thing sit a little bit longer. That way there, if there's any hard spots or like that the paint's coming off from or not coming off from, then we can let it sit a little bit longer and have that paint stripper do its job. Let's move on. Now, normally I would coat this car with primer, but since I'm using a flat-based paint, I'm going to go ahead and just use the flat-based paint as a primer. And here we're using this Mission Models Olive Drab Green. You can use this in your airbrush and you can spray it directly out of the bottle. Just make sure that you mix it really, really good. But this paint here was very reasonably priced, and honestly, I can't remember where I got it. I believe I got it off Amazon, but it works out pretty good. But there's many different kinds of the olive drab paint, like from Stynel Res, etc. Here's the car all painted up. Now, you should put down a coat or a light coat of gloss enamel on her, or gloss acrylic. That way there, your decal will lay nice and flat, and there won't be any silvering of your decals when you go to take care of the car later on. Now, I did not put the clear coat on here, and I had to strip everything down and do it all over again. And that was my fault for not listening to my own advice. So make sure that you put a nice clear coat down before you put any decals on, and this will make your car look that much better. Now, moving around, now you can see some of the wrinkles in the decal there, and you can smooth those out a lot better if you have a coat of clear coat on there. Now, I use my Diecast Graveyard clear coat, which works absolutely excellent. We'll do this one side. Now, notice how the decal goes over the fender well in the back. You can cut that out with no issues, and it also gives your decals that much more support when you go to put them on your car, and it lines up a lot better. but you can definitely remove that with no problem once it's completely dry. If you try to move it before it's dried, you're going to have a problem with there and you're going to pull your other decals off. But this is going to turn out excellent. Here's the car all taken care of, and I used my Diecast Graveyard 2K Clear, and it made the finish look absolutely like glass. This car is going to turn out so nice. I can't wait to get it done. This is going to be great.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
Now we're going to strip the chrome off the base of the car. And here I'm using Super Clean, and you can get this in any automotive shop where you can get parts in like that. Now, some people use the oven cleaner like that. This is a lot kinder to your skin and stuff like that. So get you some Super Clean today. It works great. Once I got that all stripped off, I sprayed down the base with some Tamiya Surface Primer. I gave it a couple of nice light coats and then a good coat to cover everything up really good. Now we're going to spray it with some Maisto Chrome, and we'll get into that here in just a moment. This Maisto Chrome refill is the best way to go because you can put it into a cup or you can put it directly into your airbrush and spray it, which is what I do with this. This Maisto Chrome pen is, or not the pen, but the refill is a lot more expensive, but look how that finish turned out. All I did was put a little bit in my airbrush and I sprayed it and it turned out beautiful. Make sure you let it set overnight so it hardens really well. Now for the wheels. I did a wheel swap on this car and got some really nice wheels, and I found a donor car off of eBay. And the one I used here is the MIG rig. Now these particular Redline cars, these are good wheels that you can use to restore your cars. And it's fantastic, but there's so many cars out there. And there's today's tip from your Uncle Paulie. Here's all the pieces now. We got the body, we clear coated it up with my Diecast Graveyard 2K Clear at diecastgraveyard.com. You can get it. Here's the base with the new wheels and that new chrome finish. That turned out fantastic. Here's the interior all cleaned up, and like I said, my new windshield didn't come in, but as soon as we get it, we're going to replace it. Let's put everything together and give my creation life.
Life! Life, do you hear me? Give my creation life!
And here's what we started with. This Oldsmobile 442 Army staff car. Now there's one that looks just like this called the Maxi Taxi. If you wanted to make this car for yourself, you can get a Maxi Taxi and make this car for yourself. And you'll be able to get replacement decals for this very, very soon at diecastgraveyard.com. Those are coming, I promise, and they'll look absolutely fantastic. I print every decal, and what I do is I make sure that they all fit properly before I put them on the site for sale. And they'll be on there soon with a bunch of other decals. So check it out and keep aware of diecastgraveyard.com for all your other decal needs. This is going to be great. And this restoration was incredible. Look at the transformation. Now we've got a beautiful Army staff car. And again, the windshield will be replaced as soon as it comes in. But look at how beautiful this looks with the new decals, the new paint, the Diecast Graveyard 2K Clear, the silver base from the Maisto Chrome refill. This turned out absolutely beautiful. I truly enjoyed this, and the subscriber that I redid this car for, I sent him some pictures and he absolutely loves it. So we're going to get that in the mail to him soon. And like I always say, folks, you can do this too. Follow our videos, follow my videos, and then for the other members of the Four Horsemen, Andrew and Tom and Skip. And then you got the great members of the Diecast International Builders. They've got a great team of folks also, and you'll be able to follow their videos too. So again, check the links in the description for the Diecast International Builders. And I want to thank these guys for co-hosting this event. This National Redline Day is a big deal for us diecast restoration guys. You got Ron at Somo Diecast, you got Matchbox Mark, you got Kuda's Diecast Customs, Kuda Cole, and you got Scott at Opaz Diecast Restorations. Here we've got another Four Horsemen challenge due the end of the month, and the theme is pace cars, and your guest horseman is Keith from Outlaw Speed Shop. Make sure you send your glamour shot to 4horsemendiecast at gmail.com, a 16:9 on a plain white background. Thank you again so much for tuning into the Four Horsemen and National Redline Day. This was a lot of fun. I truly enjoyed it. Please check out everybody's build that participated in National Redline Day. Thank you so much from the Four Horsemen, and cheers.